Hi there, and welcome to Jan's Views on Crime. A place where we look at crime and I give my views on it. Hello, and welcome back to Jan's Views on Crime, Southport Trial. Guys, the Southport Trial starts on Monday, and we're now Friday the 17th, so work it out. What's that, the 21st? Anyway, it's a trial that well, it's not a trial, it's a case that I've spoken about on my channel before. I've done 3 videos that I can see, which is this one, which is entitled Southport Misinformation Spread. Why? That was 5 months ago. And I also did Who's Behind the Southport Riots. And then next to that, I put a video together called Shocking Southport Stabbings React. So I may, while we're talking about this situation, I may play a few little bits from these videos, but I just want you to know that the videos are up here on my channel. So if you're interested in this case whatsoever, then check out the videos that I've already done about it.
Is going wild with accusations and all sorts of things. A lot of people not understanding how we and other news organizations are not allowed to report, name or speculate in any way.
Yeah, listen, I can understand how deeply frustrating it is for people. They think there is one narrative and it's being, as they see it, suppressed by the authorities. But in purely practical and legal terms, because this person is 17, they are regarded under law as a child. Anyone under 18 is. So they can't be named, even if and when this person is charged. That would be normally the point where the name would come out and some of the background of that individual would come out as well on their first court appearance. But because this person is classed under the law as a child, any child has special protection under the law. So as deeply frustrating as that is, we won't get a name for this person unless this person is charged and then convicted in a court of law. Then it is very likely that a judge would move in and name them. We've had 17, 16, 15-year-olds named quite regularly before, but only after conviction.
As you can see, it was from the same video that I did, and this is he a police officer, was explaining why we weren't, the public weren't allowed to know the name of the assailant. Well, as you can see, we've now been told the name of the assailant. So, but I still feel that he's being protected, and I don't like that, guys. Let me know what you think. Before we move on, I want to ask, how are you? Are you all doing good? We're sort of right at the end of, well, just over halfway through January. I hope you're all well. I hope you're not all lurged up. I hope you're keeping warm. And I just hope you're staying sane in this mad world that we live in. We did. Now, he's 17 at the moment, but I understand in the next few days he turns 18. In my opinion, I mean, I've got 4 children, 4 grandchildren. So in my opinion, he's still a boy, but is he going to be charged as a man? Or is he going to be charged as a boy? In which case, in either case, he needs to be locked away for the rest of his life, because there's something seriously wrong with what's going on in his head. I now want to look at how our British press, our media is covering this. And I want to ask the question whether they are instrumental in building the mayhem that is now surrounding this case. So if we look at the Sky News here, 2 days ago, teenager charged with murdering 3 girls in Southport named. Okay, now if we have a look up here, 8 hours ago, the Southport stabbings, a week that shook a nation. It started like a normal day in the school holidays, it says, when tragedy struck the 3 little girls. So here, this is ITV News. So we're then now going to move over to The Sun, who are focusing in on the video. This is the one here of him doing, of Axel doing this BBC promo for children in need. And then here we've got an interesting one where again it's ITV News. I'm not the hero. Man who confronted Southport attacker speaks of the ordeal. I did actually watch some of that, and it appears that this guy was the guy that was in the garage and actually approached the boy and was then knifed. So here we go. 2 days ago, Telegraph is now moment police dog bites rioter, shouting, "I pay your wages." Okay, now this is what I find is a serious problem in what's going on here. These people that are doing these protesting are organized anti-Islamic groups. Why are they anti-Islamic groups when this boy it's been said, was Christian? We've got footage of other towns or other cities now where police are out on horseback and fighting the protesters. This one here was in Sunderland. Why? Purely because the alleged killer was black. And down here, a day ago, UK stabbings. Southport Mosque runs prayers as normal after violent clashes. Why shouldn't they? 17 hours ago, we've got Southport stabbing rumours spark anti-immigration unrest. That's an Australian news programme. Then again, we're back to more clashes here with the fire. And that's again in the Telegraph. Here we've got Times Radio, Southport stabbings, a full timeline of the tragedy. We know about that. And we've got a priest here speaking on it. Now, what I don't understand is why, just because the killer has a black skin or a brown skin, all the far right protesters come out. Why is this happening? This doesn't happen when somebody who is Caucasian or white goes around killing people or does atrocious things in society. Do we have churches being bombed or massive protesters against a certain religion? No, we don't. Myself, I must say, as a mother and a grandmother, I do get triggered when young children are involved. It's just the way I am. But I really want to cover this because I'd like to be doing videos on the trial. So I just want to play the very beginning of this video that I made, 6 months ago? It's gone so quickly, 5 months ago. And it's actually a poem that I wrote about the importance of love. So I'll just play this for you now.
What is it that gives us hope when everything looks bleak? When life has dealt some dreadful blows and we are feeling weak? When all around seems dismal, our world a heartless place? What is it that uplifts us when we look in someone's face? What is it that makes all things right when all around is wrong? Enables us to try again gives strength to carry on, aids us through our troubles, conquers all our fears, manipulates emotions from birth to latter years, makes us caring human beings created from above, God's gift to all the human race, the gift of how to love.
These three little angels that you see before you are the young victims of what was nothing more than a brutal attack on young girls who were taking part in a Taylor Swift workshop in the school holidays. The three little angels were called BB King, who was 6, Elsie Stancombe, who was 7, and Alice da Silva Aguirre, who was 9. Please send your prayers up to them and also to the people that will forever live with the memory of such a heinous crime that unfolded before their eyes. So if you'd like to learn more about the case, please check out my other videos, and because I really don't want to go over everything, there's 3 videos on my channel about this disturbing, awful crime. So one of the reasons that I decided to put this video out today was because I read from earlier on today that there's a warning ahead of the Southport attack trial. The Attorney General has issued a warning about commenting on the trial of a teenager charged with stabbing 3 children to death in Stockport. Sorry guys, I keep saying Stockport. It's not Stockport, it's Southport. For God's sake, Jan, get it right. Axel Rudicabana is due to stand trial on Monday, accused of the murders of Alice, BB and Elsie at a Taylor Swift-themed dance class on the 29th of July 2024. Lord Hermer, KC, the government's most senior legal representative, reminded publishers, editors and the public that any material that risked prejudicing Mr. Rudicabana's trial at Liverpool's Crown Court, including on social media, could lead to contempt of court proceedings. The 18-year-old, he's now 18, so he's had a birthday, which is more than can be said for those darling little girls that I don't need to finish that. I don't need to finish what I'm going to say. Yeah, so this boy, 18-year-old from Banks in West Lancashire, is also accused of attempting to murder 8 other children who cannot be named and 2 adult victims, class instructor Leanne Lucas and businessman John Hayes. Mr. Rudicabana also faces charges of production of biological toxin, namely ricin, and possession of terrorist material, as well as possessing a knife on the day of the stabbings. Guys, I hadn't heard about that. I hadn't heard that he had biological toxins with him. That's very interesting. And also that it says that he was in possession of terrorist material. I didn't hear about that either. But what I do remember hearing is that they weren't classing it as a terrorist attack. So yeah, that's quite interesting to bear in mind. Okay, not guilty pleas to all charges were entered on his behalf by Judge Mr. Justice Goose at a recent hearing. A statement from Lord Hermer said that fair and accurate reporting of legal proceedings held in open court, written in good faith, is permissible. Okay, so does that mean that if we just talk about it and in a, what are they saying, in a fair and accurate manner, then it's okay. We're not going to be locked up then. Does that mean it's okay? Okay. However, he says, you may be at risk of being in contempt of court if you publish material or comment online that is inaccurate, unfair, and involves discussion or commentary which could influence the jury's deliberations, he said. Guys, has this happened before? I mean, really? Do they really expect nobody to want to talk about this? Guys, the world's gone mad. It's just... Anyway, I really got to try and stay untriggered. It's difficult though. Right. This includes anything that asserts or assumes expressly or implicitly the guilt of Axel Ruder Cabana. Really? It's all there. We know what happened. Those of you that are aware of what happened in Southport will also be aware of the riots. Again, I did speak on it here. This is called Who's Behind the Southport Riots. And this is the first time I think I ever spoke on Wax Unfiltered, because he also spoke about it. And I realized that we were definitely in alignment about what was going on. You know, why are these people rioting? If you're interested in that, then take a look at that video, because it's very eye-opening, and you'll get to see how both myself and Wax Unfiltered felt about the Southport riots.
Putting pressure on governments.
They're currently dealing with criminal behavior and violence, with bottles and wheelie bins being thrown at them. As a result, an officer has suffered a suspected broken nose, and police vehicles have been damaged. And
how many officers have suffered broken noses this week?
Exactly. And I'm sorry, but I don't believe it was the people. I don't believe it was the mourners who all gathered together for a wake for these young children who were responsible. So yeah, it's just insane what happened. 3 dogs that were injured. People were throwing bricks, and it was just insane. Police officers were being injured. Regular people were being injured. It was awful, guys. It's a huge story. So I hope that you're going to be interested in following it. As I say, watch my other videos to begin with, and then if you haven't watched too much about it, and then you'll be informed, and we can move forward and have a look at see what happens in court for this young man. Very interesting. Anyway, the trial is expected to last 4 weeks. Now, I don't know whether it's going to be filmed. Normally in Britain, these trials aren't normally filmed, are they? From what I remember. But for those of you that are interested in this case, give me some comments in the comment section. Let me know what you think, not only about the atrocities that happened on that fateful day, but also about what seems to me to be that they're trying to stop everyone talking about it. Who are they trying to protect? That's what I want to know. Who are they trying to protect? Because they didn't protect these little mites, did they? They didn't protect them. So they got the guy, they got him on the same day. They know it's him, but nobody's allowed to talk about it. Okay. Let me know what you think, guys. I want to be able to talk about it, and I want to be able to talk about it in a way that I'm not too triggered. It's not easy for me. I'm very maternal. Yeah, it's very, very upsetting to me. But I'd like to be able to talk about it. But but I don't really want to be locked up for it. So let me know what you think, guys. Yeah, I hope you have a good weekend. I'm going to finish here. Wish you a good weekend. It's getting colder again, guys. It's meant to be getting cold again over the weekend. Great. All right, gives me more time to do other things. You take care of yourselves out there, guys, because trust me, it's a rotten old world. So until the next one, bye-bye for now.